Good morning, students. After diary writing, now in this week, I'm going to cover story writing. So, as you know, that story writing is a creative writing skill, and you need to use your ideas in order to develop the story in a nice way. But, students, do not forget to suggest a title to your story when you develop and complete your story. Please give one title also to your story. Right? Here is the first one. Mohan wrote just a few lines but could not develop the story he wanted to write. Taking help from the input given below, complete the story. So, beginning is given now. The celebrated archer Guru Dronacharya taught the royal princess the finer points of archery. One day he wanted to test dash dash dash, and inputs are given down there. Selected a tree in forest dash dash dash, placed a wooden bird on a bare branch dash dash dash, were to hit the bird in the eyes dash dash dash. Yudhishthir stepped forward dash dash dash. Can you see me? Question asked Dronacharya. Yes, replied Yudhishthir dash dash dash. Asked him to put down the bow dash dash dash. Each prince replied the same dash dash dash. Asked to retire from the competition dash dash dash. Finally came Arjuna dash dash dash. Arjuna, do you see me? Question mark asked Dronacharya. I see only my target, said Arjuna. Arjuna hit the bird's eye. Okay, so this was the input given. Now let's develop the story. Answer is ready for you guys only. Arjuna, the most accomplished marksman. The celebrated archer Guru Dronacharya taught the royal princess the finer points of archery. One day he wanted to test the archery skill of his pupils. They came to a forest. The Guru chose a tree standing in the open. He placed a wooden bird on a bare branch of that tree. The princes were asked to stand 200 yards away and aim at their target one by one. They were to hit the eye of the bird. Yudhishthir was asked to start the competition. He took his bow and looked at his target. Can you see me? asked Dronacharya. Yes, sir, replied Yudhishthir. Put down your bow, asked the Guru. The disappointed prince retired from the contest. The same thing happened with all other princes. The same question was asked and all of them gave the same reply. Hence, all of them were asked to retire from the competition. Finally, it was Arjuna's turn. Arjuna, do you see me? asked the Guru. I see nothing but only my target, the eye of the bird, replied Arjuna. Good, Arjuna. Shoot now, asked Dronacharya. The Arjuna released the arrow, aiming at his target. The arrow hit the eye of the wooden bird, and finally Arjuna was adjudged as the most accomplished marksman. So in this way you have to complete your story. So this is the first story along with the title, appropriate title also you have to suggest. On to the next story, number 2. Renuka started writing a story. However, due to an unavoidable reason, she had to give it up after writing a few lines. Taking help from the input given below and using the beginning, Renuka made write a complete story. Raghu and Raj were two friends and neighbors. Raghu had a servant named Ramu. The name of Raj's servant was Shammu. Outline. Both servants foolish. Two friends debated who is more foolish, Ramu or Shammu. Decided to give a test. Raghu told Ramu, run back to my house to find out if I am there or not. Ramu rushed home. Raj told Shammu, go to your room and find out if you are there or not. Ramu and Shammu returned. Ramu complained, wasted time. Master could have phoned to find himself. Shammu reported he was not in the room. Nothing to choose between them. So These were all the outlines. Now story. Raghu and Raj were two friends and neighbors. Raghu had a servant named Ramu. The name of Raj's servant was Shamu. Both the servants were big fools. The two friends debated for hours whose servant was a greater fool. At last, they decided to give them a test to find out who was more foolish. Next morning, all the four gathered at Raj's house. Raghu told his servant, "Run back to my house and find out if I am there or not." Without wasting even for a second, Ramu rushed home. Then Raj called his servant Shamu and said, "Hurry up, go to your room and find out if you are there or not." Without even thinking for a moment, Shamu ran to his room. After some time, they returned. Both of them were annoyed with their masters. Ramu complained, "Why did you waste your time? You could have phoned to find out whether you were there or not." Shamu expressed his displeasure in these words: "Why didn't you tell me before? I would have I would not have come out of my room." He reported that he was not found in the room. Raghu and Raj heaved a sigh. There was really nothing to choose between the two fools. Only God could decide who was the lesser fool. So in this way, story goes like this way only, and you can complete this with the title. So children, you need to use your own ideas and develop also the story in your own way. So in this way, you have to make the stories properly so that you will enjoy writing the story also very interesting, and it comes under the creative writing. But again, I want to remind you that you need to just use the proper tense form and complete your story. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye. Have a nice day.